This is Maggie, your fearless marketing coach. I hope, yes, I am live. Fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The topic for today, it's a very important topic. Many women are scared to death about that, and that's one of the first topic that comes to mind when you make yourself visible and you decide really that well, you will throw yourself out there because you are becoming the online entrepreneur. So before you even start thinking whether people will listen or whether people will be inclined to what I want to share, what I want to tell them, and whether they will follow my opinion or maybe they will disagree with my opinion, before all of that, you have these feelings, do I really good enough? Is my looks enough to go live, to be visible? Because, you know, for the photos, we can prepare ourselves and we can maybe put some makeup and do the hair. And if we don't like the photo, then we can exchange it. And in this kind of, you know, like Facebook lives, you are going live and here you are with everything that you have, all your armory. And for some people, this is really paralyzing. Hello, guys. I see that you are hopping in. This is music to my heart. And you are really in the, you know, headlock of the fear. For some reason, you start to question your look because I think our society and our families just, you know, put in our mind this idea that you have to be beautiful, you have to look good, and you have to at least look decent when you are speaking to people. And that's why we have to have like a clean house when the visitors are coming, right? It has to be pristine pristine, clean. So obviously it is unacceptable to be visible when you are, I don't know, in your bed or in your bathrobe or in your PJs. But what happens is that, especially women, we are very, very critical about our appearance. And usually we don't accept our look, like when the hair is not made or the makeup is not there. It depends, you know, where you are in this, because some women appreciate their natural look, and that is their like a brand statement as well. But I think they are in minority. Majority of the clients that I am working with, and they have problem with their visibility. They really question the way they look, and they see themselves quite differently than the world is seeing them. And that reminds me, I don't know if you are familiar with that. It was already, I think, more than 10 years ago when Dove made this experiment with introducing FBI forensic illustrator to like empty warehouse and inviting women first to describe themselves to this illustrator. Illustrator didn't see them. They were separated by kind of a curtain. So in the first illustration, the women were describing themselves, how they see themselves, basically, about the hair, complexion, eyes, jaw, forehead, you know, that was the portrait. So they were describing only basically this part of the figure that is seen in Facebook Live. So what was striking is that in the second part on this experiment, the same women were being described by another women that they have met in the waiting room. So basically, women were coupled in in pairs, and they were supposed to make friends while waiting for their illustration session, and they were describing themselves in their sessions. And at the end of the experiment, each of the women was shown the illustration that was a result of their own description of their own face versus her face described and seen by the newly known person. And what happened is that in many cases, actually in all the cases, the differences were very big. They were showing that we see each other with very high level of criticism, and we have very little, very low level of tolerance for our wrinkles, for our cheeks, for the lips, for the hair. And actually we see, you know, every mole and freckle and wrinkle, basically everything that makes us unique, as the flaw. And that was for many people, for many women in that experiment, that was the wake-up call and the message that basically they are very harsh to themselves. So if you haven't seen that, just go and look on YouTube. I think that if you put just Dove experiment in the YouTube search engine, you will find it very, very easily. And I think that this is, I mean, we expect, somehow in our mind, we think that people will expect us as looking as a celebrities or looking as actresses or models, while we are not supermodels, we are not, you know, actresses, and we are not celebrities. We are not those people who are being paid big money for taking care about their looks. And that's part of their job description. So we are just, you know, normal everyday women, and we shouldn't be comparing ourselves with anybody else, maybe except for ourselves. Because we really know how to look good, and we really can be not look really decent, but we know when it is happening. So I think that our clients, our soul clients, the clients that are attracted to us, they don't expect us to be supermodels as well. Because what they are really, you know, attracted to, they are attracted to mostly to our eyes and lips. What they see in our live videos is really this part of our face. And where we can screw up really is to distract our clients, our viewers, our public with some elements of our looks that unintentionally will draw their attention. So for instance, the hair, too big hair could be this distraction. You know that I have curly hair, so I put them straight in most of the cases. But if I would loosen it up today, it will be hair like this. And probably you would be only partly listening to what I'm saying, and majority or big part of your attention would be going to the hair, to the big hair. So I don't recommend the like super big hair. Another distraction could be wrong clothing, and that's you know, things like black, really black, very, very dark clothing. Even though I have a navy blue right now skirt, actually not skirt, dress, but you see pieces of my body interfering with that. So this is not like a plain black cover. The turtleneck is also very, very difficult because then you are like covering yourself. Or if you put the hat or cap that is covering majority of your face or part of your forehead, that could be really tricky. But however, you know, speaking about black, I would say that if that's your style, and for instance, I know people who are having this very, very heavy goth look, like, you know, always black hair, black eyes with smoky eyes, piercing, tattoos, bracelets, and that's part of their personality. Um, I know brilliant copywriter who is always wearing like heavy metal black t-shirt, and that's her style, and that's okay. I mean, we don't want to people to, you know, to dress up for the Facebook lives. We want them to stay authentic. But I'm speaking about the distractors, and one of the distractor could be if you put too much jewelry, because this jewelry will be drawing attention from your this part of your head into probably this part of your head, or this could be earrings. Um, Additionally, the big jewelry can make noise, and that could interfering with what you are talking about. Very frequently, I hear and I see Facebook lives with women who have absolutely gorgeous long earring, but also they wear headsets, and the earring are, you know, kicking into the headset. So we hear all the time this noise of the earring. So that is another distraction. I saw recently an amazing woman who has very like strong, strategic, very tactical, very powerful message. But she's showing too much skin. I mean, she is showing, you know, her skin, great boobs, by the way, but almost until this level. So her whole neck and the décolleté is open, which means that people, even women, are drawn into, you know, this part of her body instead of being concentrated on what she's saying, unless you want it, because that could be the distraction that you can use strategically, uh, or you are working in a business that great décolleté and great boobs are a plus. So you can use this strategically. If you are in the coaching business, in the consulting business, then it's better to keep your, you know, body decently covered. It doesn't have to be like this, but you don't show too much skin. I'm sure that you know what I mean by that. Um, and Something I wanted to say about the makeup. Um, Obviously, each of us has the level of the makeup that we accept, and we feel good in that makeup. For filming, for going live, you need a little bit more makeup. So it has to be a little bit more dramatic. Otherwise, it will not be visible. So you have to put like a stronger layer of the powder, you know, more strong colors on the eyes. Otherwise, nothing will be visible, and your forehead, chin, and cheeks will be blinking. Uh, However, you need to remember also about the lighting. Correct lighting can really enhance your beauty, and can help even if your makeup is not, you know, fully perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the wrong lighting can ruin everything. I mean, with the wrong lighting, really every wrinkle, every bag under your eye will be visible, and you will look 10 years older. So it is very important to think about right lighting and right setup for your own personal style. And this is what I wanted to enhance. You have your personal style already, so nobody is expecting you that you are going to change this style, because the authenticity and your personality, this is what is like magnetizing people, drawing people towards you, your personal energy field. This is what people are buying. They want to bask in your energy, and that is created also by the way you look, the way you speak, the way you behave, and the way you share your message. So don't try to mimic other people. Don't try to pretend to be someone else, because there is something like an inner beauty. You just need to have your tactics, how to enhance this beauty, and how to really look good in your own skin, your own skin. That is basically your power. And what happens for many people is that when they find their style, put their makeup, and have their good light. Some of them have this, beautiful ring light. I have one of those, the big one. But I have to be, for instance, I have to be very careful wearing glasses that I don't look up too much, because then you see my ring light like this in my glasses. So the nice, blinks of the light are fine, but then I have to make sure I don't have the nice circles in my in my glasses. So something to remember. What I wanted to say is that once you are ready, once you prepare everything, you have your clothes, your hair, your lighting ready, you still might not feel confident. And I wanted to give you like two little tactics to ground yourself before going live. And you can actually ground yourself or lift yourself up. By grounding yourself, I mean that before sitting comfortably in front of the camera, you can stand up in the Superwoman pose. If you remember Superwoman as a superhero, the American hero with the gorgeous, very fitting spandex suit, she is standing very firmly. I will not stand up right now, but she is standing with her legs a little bit spread, like in the army position. Her whole posture is very straight. And if you do that, even sitting in a chair, if you do that you will put your arms in a one position with your head, your forehead, arms, and your hips in one position, and then you put your hands rolled in a fist on your hips like this. The minute you hit your hips, is producing the rush of the energy. It's a positive energy which is coming from the ground. And actually you can close your eyes and imagine that your legs are standing firmly on the ground, and they are connected, they are rooted in the Gaia energy, the energy of all women coming from the earth. And you can take the string of this energy through your legs, through your ankles, through your knees, and then through your hips, to your stomach, to your chest, through your throat, and into your crown chakra, and up into the universe. And then you are grounded, and you are also sending like an invisible rope to the universe, and you are connected through the universe, from the universe to the ground, and the energy is flowing freely. You can also ask your energy to come back to you with a simple, I'm sure you've seen it in the movies, like cowboy and Indians movies. All the Indians are doing something like that. They are calling their spirits, they are calling their energy. You can call your energy from wherever the energy is right now, because it could be distracted, it could be with your family, it could be with your business. So you call your energy back to you. And the minute you do that, you also feel the rush of the energy coming to your chest. So that is very, very helpful. That's a method of like pulling yourself together just a few minutes before pushing this live button and going live in your group or in your business profile or your personal profile. And since we are all learning here, I have invited an amazing expert, Sylvia Chernak, that will be with us in the Fearless, Unstoppable, Prosperous group next week. And she will be sharing her tips and tricks on how to look good, how to make a professional makeup for the Facebook Live. She will actually show us specific products, specific techniques that will help us to enhance our beauty. Sylvia is a look style coach. I will introduce you to Sylvia next week. And I will send I will set up a nice event so that we don't forget about this amazing meeting that we are going to have next week. So that will be everything from me for now. I'm just checking my notes if I didn't forget anything, but no, I have covered everything. So stay tuned for the next week. I'm sure we are going to have fun